You've been talking about, I know, to diplomats in the Middle East and the U.S. ahead of these talks. What are the main sticking points here for Israel right now?
I mean, we're talking about really two big questions. It's not just the one question. We're talking about both sort of normalization of relations between Israel and Lebanon, which have never had, for example, shared ambassadors or anything like that. And then we're talking about the sort of the more immediate question of this ceasefire between Hezbollah and Israel. So a lot of these questions now, there are the bigger questions, the more long-term questions, and the smaller questions. The smaller questions right now have a lot to do with whether or not Israel is going to withdraw, whether or not Hezbollah is going to finally give up its weapons, and where the Lebanese government sits in all this, whether the Lebanese government is going to be able to step in and push Hezbollah to surrender all of their weapons. That's a really big question going forward for all sides.
What about that question of normalization that Matt brought up? I mean, the fact that they're talking officially person to person is remarkable. What about the idea of normalizing relations between these two?
I think the government actually is more on board with quote unquote normalization than the people actually are in this country. I also think, though, that people have different definitions of what normalization means. If normalization means we're not at war every single day of our lives for the past how many decades, the majority of the Lebanese government is very much on board with normalization. Now, does that mean travel between Lebanon and Israel? Does that mean trade? I think that is a bigger question. But peace and living side by side, the Lebanese government supports that and is trying to get that across the finish line. And you can see that by the step that they're taking that is unprecedented in its nature.